really hard one to predict. I mean, because both guys are at a stage of their career where you don't really know what they've got left. And Manuel Charr won the fight by unanimous decision. It was a close fight, it was a competitive fight, however, it was a clear victory for Manuel Charr. He scored a knockdown later on in the fight in the 8th round with a beautiful left hook. It was a fairly competitive round, but then, towards the end of the 8th round, Charr put a combination together. He set it up with some body shots and then threw a beautifully well timed, just perfect left hook on the button, which not only dropped Ustinov but also cut him below the eye. So this was a really good performance from Charr. It was worrying signs early on. In the first round, it actually looked as if Charr was going to get blown out. The first round was a dominant round for Alexander Ustinov. Ustinov, despite being the bigger man, he came forward and absolutely pulverized Charr in that round. He was pushing him back to the ropes. He was hitting him to the body. He was really letting his hands go. And Charr looked as if he was a little bit overwhelmed by the size and by the occasion. However, by the second round, I think Charr, he sort of settled himself back into the fight. He'd been out of the ring for a year prior to this, so obviously there was a bit of rust there. And once he got himself into a rhythm in the second round, Charr became the better boxer. He was outboxing Ustinov behind a jab, being very effective from the outside despite being the smaller guy. One thing that I noticed right away, which was a big difference between the two and which ultimately won Manuel Charr the fight, was the difference in punching technique. Alexander Ustinov has horrible punching technique. I mean, the guy slaps his punches. He doesn't turn them over well, and despite being a big guy that's like over 300 pounds and is about 6'8", he just can't generate a lot of power because he just doesn't have the technique, the fundamental skills. His hands are always down, and he punches with his wrists and stuff like that. Whereas Manuel Charr, who's a much smaller, lighter heavyweight, Manuel Charr has very, very good fundamentals and much better boxing technique and much better punching technique. So he's able to turn over his punches and get more power. So he was really hurting Alexander Ustinov every time he landed clean. And Ustinov is known for having a pretty good chin. So the fact that Charr was able to drop him and outbox him like that and was able to shake him up at times, I think it shows that Manuel Charr is an underrated puncher. Now, Steve Bunce mentioned during the commentate, because he was commentating for Box Nation for this fight, he mentioned during the commentary that a lot of heavyweights are going to be on the phone to their managers right now while watching this fight. And I agree, a lot of people are going to want to fight Manuel Charr now because he has that WBA regular belt, so it's probably the easiest route to a world title now in the heavyweight division. But I think that Manuel Charr, he's not to be underestimated, although he's not as talented as the likes of Anthony Joshua or Joseph Parker or Deontay Wilder or even I'd say fighters like Kubrat Pulev are probably more talented than him. But Charr is a crafty, experienced veteran who has fought some of the best fighters in the division. I mean, he's been in the ring with Vitaly Klitschko, Alexander Povetkin. So while he is known for his defeats, he has got a very good resume. He's been in the ring with good opposition. So I think that Charr is a good fighter, a good addition to the division, but I don't see him holding on to the belt very long because I just don't think he has the youth or the energy or the talent or the natural advantages that a lot of these guys have. Because although Ustinov is a big guy, I mentioned before, Ustinov doesn't really have great technique, whereas another big guy in the division like Anthony Joshua has brilliant technique and can turn his punches over. So I can't see a fighter like Manuel Charr being able to compete with Anthony Joshua. Even if he were to fight Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder is very athletic and knows how to really get full power behind that straight right hand from distance a lot better than Ustinov can. So I reckon Deontay Wilder would probably beat Manuel Charr in a fight. So I don't really think, and plus Joseph Parker too, who's quite a good athlete, I think he would outbox him. So I don't really think Manuel Charr is a major player at heavyweight, but he certainly is a good addition to the division, and I would like to see where he goes from here. I would like to see a Povetkin rematch, personally, because I think that Manuel Charr would obviously he would like a chance to avenge his defeat to Povetkin, and also I think Povetkin would like a chance to win back his belt because he's the previous WBA heavyweight champion. So I would like to see those guys duke it out for a rematch, maybe in Germany this time, since the last fight was in Russia. or if Povetkin's manager can put up the money, maybe get the fight in Russia again. I don't think it will happen, but I would just like to see it from my personal perspective. I think that would be a very entertaining fight. The first fight was a good fight before the knockout too, so I would like to see that rematch. Don't get me wrong, I think Povetkin would beat him, but I would like to see it because I think it's a good fight. And yeah, let me know what you guys think anyway. And yeah, Manuel Charr, heavyweight champion of the world. You wouldn't have thought it, would you? But yeah, I'm not going to complain about it. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.